Hello and welcome to episode 2 of my Tempest Rising GDF playthrough. Let's get in a briefing.
Good work, Commander. Thanks to your efforts, Iceland has been reclaimed and the Dynasty have been sent packing. All the same, the Council is concerned. The Dynasty hold most of Eurasia. They're going to have their hackles up after this stunt, even if it was just a renegade company pushing their luck. If they're up to something, we need to know. Now, the primary Dynasty HQ is in southeastern Europe. Much of their military infrastructure is centered here and around the edges of their Tempest zone. But they also have bases dotted across the continent, and Scopes has tracked some interesting movement from the west and found you a target. This is a standard intel op, Commander. Infiltrate the base, grab what you can, and get out. I'm shipping you out some of our advanced specialists for this mission. They're currently en route over the Pacific. Is that understood?
Yes, sir. So, what are the specialists?
The best and brightest of GDF soldiers, handpicked for their skills and trained to hone their abilities. You'll be working alongside some of them today. Pay close attention to their individual strengths and, more importantly, weaknesses. A well-positioned specialist can cause havoc against the enemy, but they are, after all, still human. It would be a great loss to GDF if you were unable to keep them alive. I'm sure you would feel the same about your career.
Luckily for us, we don't get punished if we lose them in the game, other than that we no longer have them, have to repay them, and, well, that's mainly it.
That's classified, for you and me both. All I know is that dozens of aircraft were tracked leaving from the same location to bases across the continent. At two of those bases, Scopes has stills of flight cases being unloaded. This base offers our best shot at getting inside without risking provocation. It's interesting that the aircraft all originated from northeastern Europe, though. It should be all Tempest and Fallout up there. Wouldn't surprise me if Dynasty has more bases than we can measure up in those zones. They practically worship the Tempest, and the radiation plays with our sensors.
So, in a sense, we don't really know what they're doing there, other than that it's important, and there was a lot. Okay, then.
You'll be operating deep in enemy territory, Commander. As far as we know, they aren't rolling out the red carpet for your arrival, but it wouldn't hurt to be cautious. An ambush isn't off the table. Stick to stealth as best as you can, but make sure to adapt quickly and smartly if things go south.
I will try to go and do my best to go make sure things don't go south.
Very good. Show us what you can do, Commander. Over and out.
Also, one of the cool things, if you're playing this game yourself, you can just go and click the point, you can instantly be in the mission. You don't have to see any of this. So, Doctrine, we got 2 points. So let's go and put them, well, here. Or actually, we only have one. So, intel abilities are quicker, but we already have for the Field Scout. The Field Scout is actually very funny. It gets snipe damage, which is better against infantry, but worse against a lot of other things. So, the Assault Gunner, I don't actually think we have what we need for this mission, but... So we're gonna go and unequip that one. That's going to go and take marking. And next to that, I want enhanced sight. So the marking is very good for this mission, as well as, well, during a lot of other missions actually. But they do require a bit of knowledge of how to use them.
The mounting Dynasty aggression is a concern. You've been authorized to command an elite task force behind Dynasty lines. Locate and infiltrate the base to uncover the extent of the Dynasty's military activity. Satellite images are presumed outdated. Proceed with extreme caution. Do not alert the enemy to your presence.
Do not alert the enemy to your presence is kind of a lie. And the satellite images we don't even get to see. So we got the sniper there, Field Scouts in the back, drone assassin, so-called. Or drone operator is that, I think. Huh. See some lights at the base. Parachute. Oh. Kind of funny that everybody else drifts very far away. And it doesn't look like there's a lot of wind or anything. Yeah, we're skipping this one. With GDF, it's just boring.
Commander, Captain Cragen, I have boots on the ground. The rest of the squad, though, I saw them go down toward the west. Reckon the enemy was ready for us. Not ready enough. Taking
So she can stealth.
You got it.
And she can sprint. And that's mainly her thing. She doesn't have anything for marking, which I would personally have loved.
Anyone near? Anyone near?
Also,
Anyone near?
because I used the stealth in order to take down a guard earlier, I'm basically being screwed over by this game.
Coords received. Coords received.
Normally speaking, what you'll do is you'll just
stay
enter stealth and just go past it without any problems.
Stare out of sight.
And then you blast him for more damage.
Control spy drones to maintain vision in the fog of war for a short time.
Yeah, these things also mark enemies, and with one of the upgrades that I personally have enabled, it will also allow me to basically gain intel. Not that I really need intel right now.
Who's our
But
guy?
still.
Finding vantage. Running the numbers. Nice big target. Stay out of sight.
You're mainly supposed to go use it sort of for this one here,
Blending in.
so that you know that you actually have to go and scout
Did you
past
hear
it.
something?
Oh, they're coming all the way over here.
Point me. Stay out of sight. Stay out of sight. Somewhere else? Anyone
Probably
near?
going to go and try to go and get a look at me.
Anyone near? Easy. Dispatching.
And let's run away! And I think I'm the last guy.
Point me. You got it. Somewhere else?
Also, as I said, she has sniper damage, which you can see here. And a lot of infantry soldiers, such as ours here, have very
Optics
little
engaged.
resistance to
Beautiful.
snipe. Also, you can, you
Anyone
can shoot the
near?
turret. And if you want to
I
go and
see
get
it.
veterancy on your units, the best way to go and do it is just to go and deal damage, actually. Yeah, if you deal damage to targets, you slowly gain experience here. And then as you become veteran, you get more damage, you get more attack speed, you get max health at some point, and you get this, the 10% resistance to all types of damage. And the enemy, as I said before, is already veterancy 2, which means that they already have a lot of the bonuses. And yeah, see here, more damage.
Commander? Lining up. Stare out of sight.
But I don't necessarily know if the enemy also has... or if they also get more experience because of that.
You got a name? Finding vantage. I see it. Ah.
If you play on lower difficulties, then the enemy is not veteran. On a hard, they're 1 star, and
Keeping low.
well, on this
Finding
one they're 2
vantage.
star, so...
Good night.
Primary objective.
Damn, they've got our engineers. I'm seeing a machine shop up ahead. We could use the armor, but we can't capture it without engineers. Catch 22.
Yes. Yes, catch 22.
Keeping low. Good night. Where shall I put this bullet?
I really
Taking
do
your
wish the
position.
sniper sometimes had a bit of marking
How's
ability.
it looking? Good night. You got it?
To go and make her also sort of like the marking
Where shall I put
officer.
this bullet?
But partially that is the command officer together with lasers
Easy.
marking.
Point me. Nice big target. Target
But I
locked.
guess making the sniper do too many jobs isn't really what you want.
Stay out of sight. How's it looking? Taking new position. Taking the shot.
So those towers also detect, so do look out.
Trembly, thought we'd lost you.
Good to see you, Cregan. We got any injuries I can patch up?
Yes! Earth.
Correcting for spin. Stare out of sight. Keeping low.
Also, high ground vision works rather well in this game.
You need
So,
me? Incident report.
just kill him.
Kids. Ready for contact.
Loaded.
Ready to move out. Deploying medbay.
Loaded.
That was an assault gunner. They have a lot of range. They have a bit of DPS.
Taking new position.
And you can also build them if you're playing GDF.
On call.
If you go and put the points in, which I usually like to do because I think they're pretty good actually.
Confirmed HQ. Holding ground.
Let's go and just get the drone operatives
Target logged.
and basically just keep on killing things with them. Sniper.
Shield's too tough. Riot medic reporting. Med base setting up. Stay right there.
Wow, you killed my drone real quickly.
Understood.
But it really matters.
Caduceus. Combat ready. Ready for contact.
I want to go and have those on keys so I can easily select them.
Holding ground.
Oh, that gets most of your health.
Yes, command.
But
Ready to move out.
I'm messing up here. I'm messing up my controls. So. Also, if you're wondering how I select one unit type, it's control click. Basically, by clicking control left, you select all the units of the same type that are on screen.
You need me? On my way.
So it's very useful.
Where shall I put this bullet?
Into my enemy, please.
On dispatch. Don't even try it. On call.
Yeah, you can do it.
Gets over here.
And the multiplayer nowadays apparently doesn't have this view anymore, so
Riot medic reporting.
it's just kind of weird, I guess.
Sniper ready. Who's our guy? Nice big target. Light side.
So apparently what you can do is
Camouflaged.
you could go and go stealth and then use
Point me.
just this
Somewhere
to
else?
go and see where the
Your word
power
received.
leads to.
Point me.
Also, this is why you have the marking,
Stay out of
especially.
sight. Lining up.
Secondary objective accomplished.
Finding vantage.
Wait, oh no.
Incident report. As soon as I can. Style control.
Oh, damage and aggression.
Riot medic reporting. Understood. On call.
So let's keep on moving.
How's it looking?
Also, there's an achievement to go and put the sniper 100 times in stealth,
Finding
and
vantage.
the best way that I
Taking new
personally
position.
find to go and do it is to go and play multiplayer,
Keeping low.
because you
Anyone
can go
near?
and build 3 of them, and you could go and have, well, basically intel with them,
Stat. Understood.
or with intel,
You need me?
that's the wrong one. You
Nice
can go
big
and just build them for
target.
intel. And the funny thing is, if you have the drone assault carrier, you can go and get so much intel so quickly.
Acknowledged.
How weird. Also, don't get to really lure the enemy here because of that.
As soon as I
But
can.
because you can go build the sniper so very quickly,
Who's our guy? Going to
well, this ability has a 20-second cooldown. Well, you build them in 17 and a half if you don't have other things,
Holding ground.
such as, for instance, dynasty power plants, I guess,
You gotta get
because you're stealing them. Well, you can theoretically build snipers faster than the cooldown is, and then you can basically use a sniper to one-shot another sniper,
That's close enough.
allowing you to, well,
Riot medic reporting.
basically get the achievement a bit quicker.
On my way. Yes, command. On call. Get back. Confirmed HQ. Combat ready. Ready to move out. Don't even try it. Patch yourself
And this is why flamers are very painful against infantry. This is why I personally like the marking together with the upgrade that I have, because now I'm marking all of these walls. And in exchange for that, I'm gonna go and get intel.
HQ. Location
Oh
received.
look, there's a tempest rig coming. Let's go the other way now.
Understood.
We've cleared enough here for now.
Holding ground. Location received. On my way.
So as you can see, now we have 91
Stat.
intel. And as I said, intel really is one of those resources where... Oh, I should have stopped moving like that. I should have just moved like this.
As soon
But
as I
intel is
can.
one of those resources where you either have way too much,
Confirmed HQ.
or you have way too little.
Holding ground.
Nowhere near that nice combination, you know?
Way. As soon as I can.
Where you just have a good enough or a great amount.
Location received. Confirmed HQ. On my way.
Yep,
You got it.
wrong one.
Taking the shot. Nice big target.
Ready for contact. Hold it there.
Also, the riot medic suppresses enemies and prevents them from doing anything.
Gotta get past me. As soon as
With,
I
well,
can.
what is
Understood.
called,
Nice big.
what do we call
In
it? Riot?
shadows.
I think it's called.
Light side.
Incident report.
Oh, let's go and take out the power there as well.
Stat.
The board tank,
Commander. I see it.
defensive focus thing.
Running the numbers. Nice big target.
You need me?
Well,
Optics engaged. Blending in.
but these units have very high rifle defense, 85.
This shield's too tough. Location
So yeah, that's
received.
really hard to bust
As soon
through.
as I can. Holding ground. On the ground.
Very open how this mission works, but if you just want to go do everything, you can.
Deploying medbay.
Easy.
Don't know if I lost the guy or not.
Stat.
Because I had to go and look upward.
Dispatch.
Ready for contact.
Now, even more power going out. Oh no, more enemies! And they're kinda dead.
Close enough.
This mission, you can be so extremely aggressive if you know what you're doing for a bit.
As soon as I can. Confirmed HQ.
Commander. Shifting it.
Holding ground. Stat. As soon as I can. Location received.
Especially with things like that. Reporting. Oh no. Damage and aggression.
Medbay setting up.
The reason why I said oh no is because there was a large amount of flamers.
Way.
And only one of them has to go and get close to you to really spell your end.
Holding
Plus all
ground.
my drone operators were still,
Location received.
well,
Confirmed
in the
HQ.
flight mode.
Secondary objective accomplished.
So that was also kind of bad.
On my way.
So now we have our army.
Location received.
Now we can move on over to the engineers
On my way.
and, well, capture them.
Holding ground.
Loaded.
Also, like I said, because we can mark walls,
Get back.
we don't have to really worry.
Stay right there.
Also, the incinerator is pretty weak
Riot medic reporting.
against cannon fire, but, well, decent against missiles.
Don't even try it. As soon as I can.
Well, luckily our drone operators do have cannon.
Hold it there.
Blending in. Loaded.
Ready to move out.
These guys have cannon and explosive damage,
Suppressing. Location received.
so we can mark the walls like this. It's kind of dumb, but it works.
The enemy base lies to the north. It holds intel on Dynasty operations across Eurasia. Capture the construction yard with an engineer to attain the data and await extraction. The sniper must survive. Locate
Okay.
and regroup with the missing units.
Engineer standing by, Commander.
And
Just
they said, don't set off
and
the
we'll
alarm.
get you your intel.
Shield and Caduceus.
Tools ready.
And what did we just do? We set off
Where
the
shall I
alarm.
put this bullet?
Oh no, they destroyed the bridge, those bastards.
I see it.
Whatever should we do? Oh wait, we can just go and walk like this. Because I cleared out everybody else.
On my way.
Also, yes, you can just go and come from over here,
Sir?
but that doesn't matter.
No problem.
On dis-
I'm going.
Why is the sniper slower than everybody else?
Location received.
So, let us bust down the wall.
Engineer? Affirmative.
Also, the Tempest rig, you can steal it with an engineer, but
Tools and oil and
why steal it when you could just go and build one?
Incident report. As soon as I can.
All right. We've got these old junkers purring. Let's see what they can do. If they need any repairs, send them my way. We can patch them up.
What? That frickin' AoE damage from those
Awaiting orders.
flamers.
Engineering.
Also, yeah, these units do have the ability to repair infantry if they're inside, and you can go and put engineers inside to go and allow them to go move again.
Yes, General.
Yes, General.
On the lookout.
Unit ready.
Picking you up.
Where's camouflaged? Correcting for spin.
Style control, no problem. I can set
So now we can actually go and continuously build units, and we can also go and repair, well, the units we built with the engineers. So
On the lookout. Let's go. Location set.
let us go with it.
Rockets away.
I do kind of like how we basically get to go and play with a bit of the Dynasty tech during this mission. I would say that, sadly enough, the Dynasty missions have this as well. But the big difference between the Dynasty missions and, well, the GDF is that with GDF, it's still just a bit, but with Dynasty, it becomes pretty bad. So, you'll see that more during the Dynasty campaign. Also, I beat the entire Dynasty campaign on normal
Hitting the roll.
without Doctrine,
Give this the word.
and I gotta say, it wasn't that hard.
Eyes on the skies. Let's go.
Let us go with it this day.
Affirmative. On call.
Who's our guy? Lining up.
Location set.
You kind of just want to go and keep building more. 2 Tempest bricks should be enough to go and sustain 1 more set 3, or at least with the saturation that there is now.
Picking you up.
Money in this game is a lot less scarce than it is in, well, I would say
On the
Command and
lookout.
Conquer games.
Let's go. Yes, General. Acknowledged.
As you can see, rocket soldiers hurt.
Yes, General.
Unit ready.
Also, you guys need to go and hold position.
Loaded.
Eyes on the skies. On dispatch. Stat.
You hold position with G somehow, which is weird. You can see that in the bar below.
Stay.
Unit ready.
You need me?
More or less.
On the ground. Hold it there.
Also, yes, epics do AoE damage, which means that even due to rockets aren't supposed to be the most effective against infantry, they are very effective against large groups.
Holding ground.
Unit ready.
Affirmative. Yes, General. As soon as
Also, you could go and have the rest of your army really be on the high ground.
Target locked.
Rockets standing by. Let's go. On my way.
It would have been better if I
Taking
also
new
tried to
position.
lure the enemy there a bit, but
Beautiful. Somewhere else?
Stay right there.
Anyone
now we
near?
basically get to go and see the power of the
Easy.
GDF.
Coords received. Keeping low.
More money for some reason.
Somewhere else?
On the alert. Hitting the road.
Let's go and see what can lure the enemy.
Airstrike online.
Coords received. Beautiful.
You have to love
Anyone near?
tactics like this, because it feels kind of realistic, you know?
Hitting the road.
You will go and station forces on top of a mountain so your opponent can't see them,
You got it. Taking new
and
position.
you would go and bomb the enemy.
Point me. Running the no.
On dispatch. Location received.
But yeah, these guys,
Awaiting orders.
so much defense. Look at this. 95 to rifle, which means rifles barely do anything. 45 to frickin' rockets. 75 to explosive. 30 to cannons. 90 to fire, and 100 to snipe.
Commander.
Which means that
Nice big target.
he doesn't even deal damage to them.
How's it looking?
Not even in stealth.
Call.
Wow.
Understood. Holding ground.
Unit ready.
Hold it there.
Like the best thing you could go and have is cannon, which we don't have, because that's tank mainly.
Loud and clear. Location set. Incident report.
Also, that's because the Borda tank is, well, basically the most defensive tank in the game.
Confirmed. Clip the wings. Firing salvo. Enemy spotted. Understood.
Unit ready.
Let's go. Firing
Go
salvo.
where it is safe.
Enemy spotted.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I really am just used to that stupid line from the Command and Conquer series.
Yes, General.
Can we not blast them from here?
Keep this the word. Affirmative. Yes, General. Tracking movement. Firing salvo.
So yeah, they don't do a lot of damage.
You got any?
Unit ready.
And apparently our person is already like, let's go crazy, let's go kill everything. Well, let us go and get a bit more. Now let's go scout over there, scout over there, scout over there.
Unit is under attack.
Wow, they still lived. Of course they lived.
Awaiting orders. Shield and Caduceus.
Unit ready.
Ready.
Sniper ready.
Sniper has to survive, so please stay fit back.
Lights them up.
Also, they do get Tempest, just not Tempest Overflow, which means that when it's maxed, they don't take damage.
Eyes on the skies. On the lookout. Firing salvo.
Sniper ready.
Watching for movement.
And we really should be focusing the rocket soldiers actually instead.
Rockets away.
Because the rockets deal damage to these, well, rifles. Yeah, 75% defense against them.
Picking you up.
Oh boy.
Clear their wings.
Epic better!
Tracking movement. Location set. Hitting the road.
Rs1, of course.
Training.
Yeah, oh, boy, you're beat up.
Tools ready.
Let's go and heal you for a bit. Also, let's go and show you
Engineering.
the power of BS. So as you can see, he's still being healed even when the engineers are inside. And it's like 15 HP per second or something per engineer.
Standing by. Firing.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
So it becomes quite a lot of HP. Also, during these missions, you always want to go and keep your troops at least a bit close to one another.
Enemy spotted. Affirmative.
Also, as you can see, 2 Tempest bricks are more than enough to go and get all money.
Unit is under attack.
On guard.
Yes, I know, I looked away from the battle, which is always a bad thing.
Unit ready.
Yes,
Especially if you want to go and keep your forces alive, but
confirmed.
considering we more or less have infinite forces because we just have a base,
Enemy spotted. Ready for
or
contact.
at least the important parts of a base,
Engine running. Rockets away. Patch yourselves up. Yes, General.
yeah, let's just go and take down their harvester. Also, your long distance mining, which means that he's mining over there rather than here. Let's go and pick you up and set you down there.
Confirmed. Tracking movement.
Let's go and destroy their silos,
Watching for movement. Clear
their
their
power
wings.
plant,
Firing salvo.
Unit ready.
Tracking movement.
and just to go and be sure, let's also go and destroy their factory. You can also capture it here if you want to. Just that I personally couldn't fully advise it.
Location set.
Let's just go and heal up our troops.
Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Unit is under attack.
Let's also do something which I already know is going to go and be required more or less in the futures.
Unit ready.
Might as well just bomb this. Because the funny thing is we do have to go there later on. Lanes incoming, and if they're attacked they will also go and take damage. I don't know if
Unit is under
they
attack.
can actually be killed before they bomb their targets. But in return we've taken up more of our opponent's power.
Unit ready.
And most of our troops are healed up again, so...
Let's go.
Ready, sir.
Clip their wings. Hitting the road.
Who's our guy?
Ready to place rockets. Location set. Affirmative.
Yes, I like using the expendable troops, because I can always get more.
Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Confirmed. On the lookout.
Although, rather than doing this objective
Firing Selvo. Firing Selvo. Eyes on the
straight
skies.
away,
On the lookout. Affirmative.
let us go and do
Location
something
set.
a bit
Let's
later.
go. Want me to place a rocket? Let's go.
Yes, in the enemy faces, please.
Ready. Tracking movement.
Unit lost.
Confirmed.
Oh no, now some of them are rallying wrong. Because my rally was set to my unit, but the route that they take isn't clear, so
Hitting the road.
they're basically driving directly into enemy faces and dying. So just set the rally there. Hey,
Affirmative.
damn you.
Enemy spotted.
And mine is gonna lose because he's not veteran. So yeah, he'll do more damage, he has more armor.
Loud and clear. On the lookout.
He got the first shot.
Awaiting orders.
Training.
Not too weird that we lose then.
Give us the word. Let's go. Yes, General. Firing salvo.
Yeah, that's their, well, basically money over here. The enemy on a lot of missions does actually produce units and use money, so
Let's go. Clear their wings. Clear their wings. On the lookout. Light them up. Rockets away. Light them up. Clear their wings. Firing salvo. Hitting the road. Enemy spotted. Affirmative. Firing salvo. Location set.
Unit ready.
oh no, we're going to go and lose more. Also, yes, these things cannot crush infantry, even due to tanks can, but that's because medium can crush, but light cannot crush. So so for the crushing rules for these games,
Tracking movement.
the most important thing to usually remember is that lighter vehicles cannot, but heavier vehicles can. And even due to, well, rockets aren't meant to be that good against infantry because of their high resistance for certain vehicles. Well, most vehicles are actually kind of rocket vulnerable. They can still deal with it because of this extreme amount that we have.
Unit ready.
Also, luckily red barrels kill them. By destroying barrels, it becomes so much easier for you to go and deal with all of your enemies.
On the left. Ready. Eyes on the skies. Watching for movement. Rockets standing by. Enemy spotted.
Let's go and keep on killing the enemies of the GDF with Dynasty forces.
Light them up.
Does that make sense?
Affirmative. Firing salvo. Confirmed.
Confirm. Kill them.
Location set.
I do find it kind of funny how a GDF infiltration mission where we're told be quiet, we're using Dynasty forces and we are destroying them completely. This really personally always reminds me of like the old days of Red Alert or Tiberian Sun and some of those missions where the idea is this, but you got an engineer so you can go and steal it. It really reminds me as well of Red Alert 2, where there's a mission where you get Tanya to go and destroy nukes,
Rockets away.
and instead of doing, well, that mission
Location set.
like that, you can just basically be like,
Location
you know what, screw it.
Acknowledged.
I'm gonna go and find engineers, steal a Soviet base, and then I'm gonna go and make Soviet troops, and I'm gonna go and beat them with hammer tanks. Or I'm just gonna go and steal their nuke and use that to go and take out their other nuke.
Acknowledged.
Like, to me personally, it's a rather great amount of fun to go and do all of that.
Additional silos required.
Well, sadly enough, we cannot build additional
Location
silos.
set. Hitting the road.
And these missions really remind me of sort of like that mission style.
Affirmative.
And I think they really do enjoy sort of like
Under attack.
what Command and Conquer was/is.
Hitting the road.
And you can really tell
Incident report.
based on how they made this game that it is that case.
Unit ready.
They really like sort of like what Command and Conquer meant.
As soon as I can.
And this game really is just running over with all sorts of small references from voice lines, from unit designs, from ideas.
Set. The servers need.
But it's still very much its own thing, which I really respect.
Unit ready. Low.
Commander,
Low
we have
power,
the
not
Conrad.
anymore.
I'm receiving the files now. Just buy me some time.
Also, as you can see, no damage is being dealt during
The
these
Sky Crane
things.
is en route for extraction. Be advised, the enemy has dug in ahead of your position. Use the
oh.
Dynasty construction yard to build up your forces. Defend the construction yard while data is transferring.
Whoops.
Unit is under attack. Constructing.
Did I just destroy the dug-in position? Oh wait, I did not.
Unit ready.
You need me? As soon as I can. On my way.
Also, something which is rather funny. These guys just have... Oh wait, they don't? In multiplayer now they have just marking on both of their rounds.
Training.
Jeez, this is actually a pretty big army.
Unit ready.
Wait, they got one supply? Or two supplies?
Unit ready.
Oh yeah, these guys are one supply. Also, the opponent will attack here and destroy this quick enough. Yes, also because I took out the enemy production structures up top. There's going to be less attacks from here, as well as from here, because I probably took down all of their production structures. Ah, so taking out the enemy production structures actually makes this mission a lot easier.
Unit ready.
Who would have guessed?
Training.
Oh wait,
Unit is under
I
attack.
kinda know that. Because now rather than building, they just only would have spawned in. Because yes, units are spawned in, and there's units that are produced. So if you know how your enemy works, with when they produce and when they, well, basically spawn in, you can very easily take care of your enemy's attack waves, which is a very good thing about this game.
Unit ready.
Gun ready.
Loud and clear. Construction complete.
Also, I do find it kind of funny that they gave us, well, more forces. As you can see here, there's an attack wave. This attack wave just spawns in somewhere. The heck if I know where it originally spawns in.
Enemy transports incoming. Unit ready.
Let's go and hope they're full,
Unit ready.
Ready for contact.
and we can take them out.
Unit lost.
No, not my car!
Shield and Caduceus.
I know, I'm just lazy.
Understood.
I'm currently very, very late, just waiting for the enemy to go and get here.
Ready to move out.
Oh, damn, they took out one of mine before I knew it.
Mid-base setting up.
Oh, damn, they actually got in enemy forces.
Unit lost.
Incident report. On my way.
No, even with all the advantage I have, I'm still failing. Alright.
Is under attack.
On call.
Look at this amount of tank cells.
Base is under attack.
Oh, great, they have matchsticks.
Hold it there.
Unit lost.
Matchsticks aren't very fun units.
On dispatch.
Unit ready. Our
Also,
base is under attack.
also, the riot commander has no attack against vehicles.
Confirmed HQ. Stat.
Unit lost. Enemy transports incoming.
I don't like the sound of that, I guess.
Under attack.
As soon as I can. Location received.
What does my army actually still have in terms of infantry? Ah, whatever.
Base is under attack.
Stat.
Our harvester.
So, we lost most of our sentinels.
Unit is under attack.
Or maybe even all of our sentinels.
Base is under attack.
On the ground. Get back.
Unit ready.
We had better take care of those things because they do AoE.
Our harvester.
And with how clumped up my army is, that's not a good thing.
Constructing.
Shield and Caduceus.
You got a name?
That's close enough.
Unit ready.
Let's go. Ready for contact.
Unit ready.
Now I don't know what unit actually said that anymore.
Patch yourselves up.
I do know It's one of the GOA units?
You need me? Understood.
Yeah, I also did play a lot of Command and Conquer in the past. I mean, I've been in all the games. Some of them
Intel
even
acquired.
multiple
Let's get
times.
to the extraction point.
Escort the sniper to the sky crane. Primary objective accomplished.
Wait, why are we getting reinforcements?
Holding ground.
Look, we're getting reinforcements for some reason. They want us to go and bust through. Also, I should have actually done this. This is the Dynasty plans, and the Dynasty's plans give you bonuses.
Airstrike online.
Airstrike was online.
Under attack.
Hold it there.
Yeah, also, which is rather funny, some units only spawn or come by when, well, certain trigger conditions, such as, for instance, a certain unit or ground units, for instance, go by somewhere.
Incoming airstrike. Take cover.
That's ours, by the way. Our airstrike.
Unit ready. Unit is under attack.
But for me, it's only really bad because I, well, have cleared everything here.
Unit ready.
Let's go and take down the plane.
You gotta get past me.
Unit ready.
Ooh, make the sniper go 100 times out of sight.
I see it.
Oh boy, now our units are getting damaged here.
Taking the shot.
Let's go and kill everyone.
Unit is under attack.
Dispatching. Target locked.
But they're attacking the rally point. Oh, I thought this was timed actually.
Unit ready.
Guess you can go and take your time here. Well, it doesn't matter.
This shield's too tough.
Also, the funny thing is, there's only one person we care about,
Cancelled. On hold.
and that's the sniper. Also, it counts as a death somehow. Don't ask me how, don't ask me why, but the game will basically say, your sniper died. The sniper lost one. How? Also, we only lost 2 grenadiers. Huh? Well, as you can see, the sniper did also a pretty darn good amount of damage. Well, we didn't lose any field scouts. Okay. Riot medic, but Riot medic wasn't there for damage. They were there for healing. Drone operatives. We didn't lose any of them. They do 20k damage, which is nice. The Havocs. Well, we trained 61. We lost 127, and they killed 105 units. They did the most damage, of course, but that's also because we used them as, well, our main buster. Used the Sentinel, lost 6. Killed 12 units, barely did anything. Hunter tanks did, meh. But that's because I haven't been playing with the marking tanks. And the Dynasty troopers did, well, squabble, and kinda so did the missile troopers. But that's because most of it was cleared before they really got there. So I want to go and say thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy. As next time we will be doing a mission that can be really difficult, but we'll see.